because remember, there's media here that doesn't cover the racing that often. They just look at the media guide, and you actually might be asked this question. So, why has it been 40 years since your last derby?
Because it could be doctor, 40 years to be perfect.
Yeah, you took it.
It's just not 200 years, one. One got better.
As far as this chance here in 2011, first of all, Kerwin Boo Boo Clark as your rider, 52 years old, his first Derby mount. Why has this been a loyalty thing with you and Ruben Sierra to Kerwin Clark?
It's about dreams, the same way the sex ceremony is trying to accomplish my dream, the same way I can accomplish other dreams.
Well said. Well,
There's been a lot of riders that are of magnitude that are without a ride. It's been a crazy year where there's been a lot of defections, and my owner Phil Evers is hoping there's one more defection this evening because we'd like to run Sway Away also. Any trainer that says they don't want to attend the Derby as a participant would be lying to you.
Sometimes trainers put their foot in their mouth. I had the opportunity of booking Rosie before talking to the owners, and luckily the owners aren't here tonight, so I can talk all I want. But to say that they accepted, and they knew that Rosie was on fire. She was riding tremendous, and when you can get anybody that's the leading jockey at their house track that's winning by 20 to 30 to the second jockey, you have to you roll the bones and you take your chances.
It has been through a lifetime. Been here a lot of years, and it just never happened before, and we're pretty excited about what's going on now.
Everybody in your family, one thing, and I'll let you get your
okay, go ahead.
Everybody in your family I know has been involved in this horse in some way, except maybe early. So is he like petitioned to replace John as your rider?
Well, had Early not been retired, it would have been a tough call.
I was going to ask you about that. What's it like having your son-in-law as your rider? I mean, who's speaking in those instructions out in the paddock? Who's in charge?
Who's in charge?
Yeah.
Well, we are in the paddock when we leave the paddock. You know how that goes.
Everything just didn't go to the plans that we wanted to be close or on the lead into the first turn. That spot was occupied, so we ended up taking a lot of dirt. It just, it didn't go right for us that day.
Last year, as a 2-year-old, it was essentially on a campaign on the turf. Was it in mind that you were going to try for the Kentucky Derby in his 3-year-old season?
Well, we were going to try him back on the dirt early, and we did. It worked out, and we're almost there. A few more days.
So is he a horse that is absolutely going to be the one to catch in this race? I mean, you look in there and you obviously see every year there's horses who have the ability to be with you on the lead, but is Sold That the one you think they have to catch?
No, I don't think we have to be on the lead. We'll be forward in place, but we don't have to be on the lead.
Terrible trip. You got bumped leaving the gate, got shuffled back going into the first turn. Found himself very far back off a very slow pace, so he had no real opportunity to run.
Obviously, Churchill Downs, we just saw him win an important race over that racetrack. Is it great to be back in a spot like this?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that he's won a graded stake here at Churchill, I think that benefits him, and he likes the track, so we're glad to be here.
Be honest, do you ever get nervous about anything?
Big time. Try right now.
Really? You have a future at TVG when you're done training, which will be a long time from now.
Super first time going 2 turns in a graded race, and I was expecting it to go.
After the Tampa Bay Derby, you went to the Illinois Derby, and it just didn't seem to sell. Was there an excuse there?
The track and the rain, which everybody here promised me would be gone by Saturday.
We break our promises on occasion. But yesterday, the sloppy racetrack at Churchill Downs, that did deter you from sending this horse out to work 5 furlongs. Why did you decide to go over the sloppy racetrack even though you have your doubts?
My crystal ball said it was going to be rainy, rainy, rainy.
So you had no choice?
No, not really.
So if it were to come up sloppy on Saturday, indications are it would dry out, but an off-track does concern you with Watch Me Go?
It does, because I think it compromises chances some. I think he's better on a dry track, although he did cover the ground well on the sloppy track for the work.
Someone asked me what it's like training for Mike, and I said, well, if you can put it in NFL comparisons, it's like training for Jerry Jones on speed.
Gastrointestinal problem, that's what we've been able to pinpoint for his effort in the Woodlawn.
We have, and maybe this will be a blessing in disguise that he didn't run his race in the wood. And, perhaps if he'd have won, we wouldn't have looked as hard as we did to find a problem. But, even though it was a dreadful performance, it wasn't what he's capable of doing. So we looked pretty hard, and it's been a bit of a challenge to identify what the problem was. But we feel like we've got a good handle on it, and hopefully he's responding the right way. And we've had a good couple of weeks here with the exception of the weather, and hopefully we have a few more good days.
I think you just wait till May 7th, and then if both Todd and I think he's 100%, he's going to be that starting gate on the 7th of May, and I think we're going to be real excited about how he performs.
And how's your Derby week been so far?
You know what, it's been anxious but exciting at the same time. So, I'm trying to do one thing. I'm with my wife Maria, my brother Gerard, my racing manager Martin, his wife Jarita. It's you want to enjoy the moment, but you're counting down the days at the same time.
Well, I'll let you get back to the Batmobile.
I appreciate it.
I think one day last week we jumped from 31 to 22, but my mom always said I put stuff off the last minute.
I think I got over here this evening, despite me calling them halfway on their drive from Florida to tell them their horse wasn't running in the Kentucky Derby. So I think it's pretty admirable that he is.
So the Black Note, Animal Kingdom for Team Valor. The win in the Spiral, it was my understanding that the horse that Team Valor had run in the Rushaway, they were actually thinking for the Spiral instead of Animal Kingdom. Talk about the development of Animal Kingdom and as you've thrown them into the deeper waters, why you've done it.
Yeah, I've been working this horse all winter with Pluck actually, and I kept saying to Barry, I like Pluck, but this horse is really good. So he's been a very impressive workhorse. He's always outworked every horse I've worked him with, to be honest. So I thought his work